All right, so we're on to cover 3. And if you're following from last time, this 3 just means there's 3 deep zones. So we're going to draw this line of scrimmage right here, and then the offense is going to be here. Just an example offense. And then in terms of our defense, we're going to have 2 edge rushers containing, and then outside linebacker, middle linebacker, and then 2 corners, and then 2 safeties, like this. So in cover 3, one of the safeties is going to be rolling down, which means, because you see that we have what's called a too high shell, a too high look at the start of the play. However, we're going to cover 3, which means there's going to be 3 deep zones in coverage. There's going to be 4 underneath. And so how do we achieve that is we do what's called a roll. And so this can be in either direction. Usually it would be called in terms of the formation and the strength of the defense and the offense. But for example, let's just say for this one, we're rolling right, which would mean that this safety on the right, so the defense is right, and this is the left looking this way, but looking this way, it's their right, would roll down, and this safety would roll up, I guess, towards the middle third. The corners are now dropping to these deep thirds, and this outside linebacker is going to be dropping to here. This safety is going to be taking this zone. This middle linebacker is dropping to here. The outside linebacker is dropping to there. So cover 3 is 3 zones underneath, or 3 zones deep, and 4 zones underneath. As opposed to cover 2, if you recall, was 2 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zones underneath. All right. And let's talk about responsibilities. So cover 3, I feel like is probably the most versatile coverage, considering how simple it is. In the NFL, it's actually run almost like a third of the time defensively. Obviously, coverages in the NFL are more advanced, so they do a lot more advanced concepts and mixing and matching of different defensive ideas. But the idea still stands in that cover 3 is just fundamentally very strong because we're showing too high, which would suggest to the quarterback, if they're any good, that it's probably, or it might be cover 2 or cover 4, and instead we roll to a cover 3. So it kind of automatically alters what the quarterback thought was going to happen, which is really good. So in the example I just showed, we rolled right. So now if we're rolling left, this left side safety would come down. This right side safety would roll to the left. Corners dropping to the deep thirds. And the middle linebacker, Mike, free safeties. So this would be the Will, and then this would be Sam. And then this outside linebacker has this zone. This middle linebacker would bump and then have this zone. This safety would be coming in, having this zone, and this outside linebacker has this zone. And then our ends are still rushing the B gaps. So yeah, let's quickly cover 3. It's pretty self-explanatory, honestly. It's not as many finicky handoff rules, like for the corners especially, and the outside linebackers, like with cover 2 in the flats. So yeah, just general rule of thumb, if you're a deep player, you want to be the deepest man on the field, or woman on the field, meaning that if we have our trusty receivers again, if this guy goes deep as the corner, I need to be deeper than this person. And if no one goes deep. You don't need to go as far deep, basically, but you still need to be deeper than the deepest person. That would be in your third. So let's do an example. So I'll just draw this side of the field this time. So corner, call it Sam, and then actually that's confusing. Well, and the safety, middle backer. All right, so outside linebacker, corner, safety, and then this is like the football, and then this is just one side basically of the field. And if for example, if they do just 2 hitches like this, then as a corner, I just need to get back to be deeper than number 1. So I would start backpedaling, and then the second I see this guy stop, I would come down. And so that feels almost like man coverage, but you're still following the principle of, let's say this safety is rolling down, and then as the corner, I'm responsible for this deep third of the field, and so as long as nobody is threatening that, I don't need to go super far back. But it's the same thing, I guess similar in cover 2, to where if this guy does like a hitch, which is like this route, and number 2 does a corner, then now you see that someone is actually coming into my zone. So I do need to actually drop back and get deeper than this guy. And this person, my linebacker, is responsible for covering this zone, if that makes sense. So yeah, deep third player, rolling down, and then this other safety would be another deep third player, and then the corner here would be the other deep third player. Yeah. So that's cover 3.